Hi there, welcome to the Refine Co community. I want to do a quick little video based on a couple comments that I've seen recently, and this is pertaining to Refine 4, but I think it applies to all of our presets. We design these presets to be very flexible. We do a lot of testing and pushing and seeing what can be done with these presets to make them as versatile as possible based on different shooting locations, shooting styles, different photographers, different desired outcomes, etc. A recent comment mentioned that Refine 4, and there's actually a couple comments in a thread, mentioned that Refine 4 was leaving their images flat and dull, and they just didn't like it. So I wanted to show just how flexible this collection is, and like I said, this really pertains to all of our collections, but starting with Refined 4, it is our most subdued collection. This is the goal of this one, is to be understated, to be kind of the Ali Beck look, where it's just very like almost raw, straight out of camera, but just a little bit enhanced. It sings in lower lights, but it can be pushed and it can add color, and sometimes your images come out flatter, sometimes not. The other comment was that they were shooting with a Sony. These images, beautiful images by Leah Black, are also shot on Sony, so they work great on Sony. We featured a lot of her images in the release of this collection. So let me just go ahead, now that I'm done rambling, and show you guys. So first I'm just going to do a minimal edit, which is the initial idea of this collection. So I'm going to click on the second one just to add a little more depth. As you can see, the first one's a little flatter, this one has a little more depth. You would choose them based on your image. If your image has high contrast, the first one is probably going to work better for you. If your image has low contrast, you might need to bump it up a little bit. And then so on and so forth. 4 is ideally for like flash, or when you have a very strong highlight and low light that you want to maintain. That's what we use 4 for. So I'm just going to start with 2 and maybe lift the exposure just a smidge. That's a beautiful edit. It's not dull, it's not lifeless, but if I wanted a little more color, we included several vibrance tools where you can add it's just a smidge. It's not oversaturated because nobody likes an oversaturated image, but it brings those colors to life and helps them sing if needed. So that's the first one. So that's a nice, easy edit. And then I want to show you how you can really push this. So I'm going to click on the same one, 2, and I'm going to lift. And then what I'm going to do, I'm actually not going to lift that much yet. I'm going to push the preset. And I mentioned this in a lot of comments. And as you can see, as you push it, it kind of increases that filmy glow we see a lot of people who are pushing their film get. And from there we can, let's see, tweak the blacks a little, maybe pull back contrast just a smidge. We can add in a little bit of that vibrance to really give that pushed look. And then if I do this, so there's the one edit and there's the new edit. 2 very different edits, both beautiful in their own right, and they're from the exact same preset with just a few different adjustments. And then from there, we can do all the soften tools. I'm not going to go through all of that, but we can cool down the greens more if you want to cool down the greens more, because these are very natural greens in this collection. But we know some people want to lean into that film look, so we have greens cool, which is also adjustable. So you watch the plants at the bottom. We can really push them or not. So there's a lot of flexibility within the collection. We highly recommend watching the videos we put out with each collection. They're on the collection pages inside of our website. They're also all loaded onto our YouTube as well. And it really gives you some good ideas on how to tweak and adjust the tones, adjust the preset, how to use a preset in different types of images, etc. But here's a good example of one image edited 2 ways with the exact same preset. If I want to go one step further, let me undo the preset real quick. I'm going to still use 2. And I'm going to go for a little more of that moody look that's kind of getting popular. I'm going to lift these whites a little. And I'm going to keep it a little moodier. And I'm just lifting those highlights. I'm going to lift those blacks just a smidge as well. I'm going to add on vibrance. And here's an entirely different look. It's a little more of that deeper, contrasted, moodier look, and it's the exact same preset, just edited a completely different way. So don't be afraid to kind of push the preset around a little to achieve the look that you're going for. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.